easier to say things in front of a camera than to say things in live, because in live it's my own lines.
Thank you very much. Dear friends, I'm delighted to be here with you tonight for the first time, it's my first time here, to celebrate the 5th anniversary of Focus with French Cinema, presented by the Alliance Française of Greenwich, Purchase College of New York, and French Feeling Films. In 5 years, the festival has become an important event in the New York City area. Focus on French cinema exposes the community to the vitality of French and Francophone films and showcases the amazing diversity of French and Francophone cultures.
One of my best friends always tells me when I'm going to travel, before I take the plane, he gives me a call and he says, be intelligent. And I think that's the best advice you can give to somebody when you go to a country you've never been before, where they speak another language, they eat another food, to look at it and to be curious and to try and to take something from them you don't have, or to give them something they don't have. You know, it's an exchange. Yeah.
It's interesting. It's fun. You may not see these movies anywhere else, so it's kind of a unique opportunity.
I went yesterday morning for that one, the class, and really enjoyed that.
I like the interview of Sophie Marceau. I think she answers the question very well. It was very, I enjoy that. I enjoy listening to that.
Being a father, I've been through some of the situations that the father character in the movie experienced, and it was very nice to feel things that were heavy to me in real life presented in a much more interesting and light way in this wonderful movie.
As a viewer, really feel like you're getting put in the front lines of cinema, and it's really, really, really great.
I loved it, actually. I live in France, so it was really good.
It's a great cultural experience.
For me, when I direct a movie, first of all, I write everything I direct.
I like very much working with directors. Period. I've got a special relationship with female directors because of the way they demand, the way they try to obtain something. Maybe they see through you in a more sensitive way, in a more precise way.
For me, it's important to be framed and to be directed, and I like strong directors with a strong point of view, and I like even the feeling of being manipulated, because being an interpreter is to be blind in a way and to do what we are told to do.
Welcome, everybody. I have a very general question that anyone can answer, really, if it interests you. But with Sophie's film and film we saw yesterday by Lisa Azuelo, and films we're seeing from new voices in French cinema, like Abdelatif Kechiche and Les Indigènes, Rachid Bouchareb. If you feel that this is a moment where French cinema is opening up to many more voices, if you feel it's an exciting moment, if you see changes and developments that are of particular interest to you, I wonder if any of you could really speak to that.
So I'm not really convinced that this is necessarily a more open moment for French film, but I think that if it's a good product, it will always find its public. So there are great film directors, whom he won't name, who are continuing to make films, and this year had some that bombed, whereas there are new directors who are putting out wonderful things that are finding their public.
What kind of preparation do you normally do? I know that it probably depends on the project, but what kind of preparation do you normally do to get ready for a role, a film role I'm talking about right now? And in addition to that, under what kind of direction do you think you flourish most?
There's so many points of view, there's so many ways to see a situation. And I'm sure to be directed by Jean-Michel would be such a different color than to be directed by myself. And that's what I like as an actor. It's to go to different, subtleties of colors.
I don't want to go and see a movie to sleep. I don't want to go and see a movie to be bored. I don't want to see a play that's boring, no matter who wrote it, no matter who is acting. I don't think this business should be taken seriously by the people who are doing that business. Acting, directing, writing, you gotta have fun. That's the way I'm trying to do that job.
In the theater, it's easy to more deep with them because we work during 2 months, and after there is really there is marriage. There is something very strong. For a movie, I try to have a real contact, and sometimes it's like love. In 1 second, it's okay.
Actors are very often left alone because of this in France very much. It's like as if directors are afraid of actors because actors are like animals. They're like wild, they're emotional, you know, and they need to be driven like kids, like nervous kids who gets laugh, who gets nervous, and the director has to behave a little bit like a parent, you know, like with a strong personality, and they're afraid of it.
I think no matter what type of movie you're doing, it has to be entertained. It has to be a little what Sophie's saying is that you have to escape your own reality. You have to become somebody that you couldn't be in life.